This school has been serving Black children and whomever else comes in for 25 years with a commitment to excellence, belief in the children, belief in the parents, belief that we want to be all that we can be, and that's what we want to teach our kids. Math and science and history, all of these things are important, but they tie together to make the whole individual.
You would think when it's time to serve the child, the first thing typically people think we think about is instruction. But it's what does instruction look like fully? Not just what we're giving them, but also what we're exposing them to. What are they feeling on the inside? So it's really the safety and the security. And if you look back at our mission, it's centered around building the entire child, teaching them how to be community members within the city, all that good stuff.
We really do try to educate the whole child. So we really focus on their emotional needs, their physical needs. If a child is hungry, we know it's impossible to learn if you're hungry.
The Urban Academy is more than just a school, it's a community. And we've done a really special thing here. We lean forward in love, we lean forward in care, we lean forward in compassion. We don't see our students as just students. We see them as human beings that'll go out and change the world, and therefore we see them as whole people.
I envisioned a school that would truly be an opportunity that would help students understand their self-worth, that they had no limitations, that whatever it is they thought about, they could become. There were many conversations, community meetings about charter schools. And so the opportunity to start a school intrigued me.
Urban came in at a time where this neighborhood had received $30 million redevelopment grant from the federal government to rebuild mixed income housing. There were a lot of different resources and thoughts about what that looked like.
I actually remember when I was convincing myself that I could do a charter school. Wouldn't that be awesome? How would you do it? And I realized there were enough partners and enough people in education, because when you look, the African American community has educators all over the place. I thought it would be something that I could sell to the community and to people who had much more wisdom than I, if I could be part of the force pushing them.
I only had a tablet and a piece of paper, and Esther said, make a school. I was just devastated. What am I going to do? And you know how God will speak to you and tell you, you've been in a lot of schools, so you know what a good school looks like.
Urban Academy came into this neighborhood that had been long disinvested at the crux of its revitalization, and being able to be a part of that fabric of recreating and revitalizing a neighborhood and bringing back this idea of neighborhood schools where parents could walk their kids to school and pick them up from school. Everything that I think we've done and the way that we've done it has always been centered around the community first.
You know, we're really excited to talk about fulfilling our mission through the revitalization of the Larmer neighborhood. We are a school that just doesn't rent our building, we own it, and we own pretty much all of the land around us. And our intention is to develop that land in a way that is constructive, not only for the community, but also advances our mission. And that is to ultimately be constructive contributors to the community in which we reside and to society as a whole.
The charter school is real in its success, in its influence on the children, the parents, the community. It brings hope and promise and success and achievement.
The moment our students walk through the door, they see themselves. They see themselves on the wall. They see themselves in the individuals who are teaching them. They see kids that look like them in their books. So it's just creating a sense of community and a sense of being, like you matter.
I like that I'm surrounded by people who have similar backgrounds as me.
Oftentimes you will see teachers rebraiding students' hair or putting their hair back in the bun if it fell out. You wouldn't necessarily get that at a school where teachers and kids don't look alike.
From the moment I walked into this building on my first day here as a teacher's assistant, the uniforms itself spoke to me. So I knew that this place was something special for a long time.
By going to a place where people look like me, it made me feel very comfortable and more safe.
It is an honor for a student to say that this school is a safe space for them. If it can just be that, then I've changed the world. And my hope is that our students understand that this can always be their safe place.
When you think about what community means, oftentimes we're talking about people in place. What we've been able to really do is galvanize that, be able to make investment into the people and creating an environment that brings together teachers and staff and an administration and a board all aligned, for a vision that is supportive of the scholars that we're serving. That investment is so important and a thing that has to be intentional and to be cultivated and curated.
I always called them scholars because your being is to learn and to be the best person you can be. So I expected a lot of them. I expected a lot in their academic world. Our curriculum was always higher than other schools. We had 3 languages going at one point. There was Japanese, English, and Spanish all being taught at the same time. I walked in saying, nope, they have to work really hard, and they did. They did.
So sometimes there are some parents that may think we do a little too much, but this is who we are. We're going to love them, but we're also going to tell them the truth. When you show up in any room, how do you want to show up? And we're teaching our kids to show up as you. You don't have to put on a facade, code switching, forget all that. Go into a room, show up as you, and show them that you belong there. Forget bringing a chair, you're gonna bring the whole table, and you're gonna show up, and that's just what we're gonna do. And I think that's the beauty of who we are, because we don't just speak that, we walk that.
25 years is significant. It's very significant. There are many, many entities, as I say, that start out strong, and then they close the doors. And in our community, the Urban Academy has always been held in high esteem because of what it meant to our community.
We are very strategic about what we are doing, and that is providing superior education that develops for our students academic excellence, leadership skills, and social values that enables them to go into the communities in which they live and to society as a whole and make an impact unlike any other.
The city of Pittsburgh's community should own what's taking place in this charter school. To own it from a perspective of Black excellence, of encouragement, a place that they should provide support willingly. This should be a diamond for all of us to support and make sure it stays shining.
To all my brothers out there. Hold your head up, brothers, till the victory is won. To all my sisters in the struggle. Keep believing, sister, till the victory is won. Until that Done.